So what I have here is a nice piece of AAA figured maple. It is 2 inches thick by 9 inches around, and it does have some nice figure in it. So I think what I'm going to do is, there's a section of darker wood right here which I want to try and maintain as much as I can. So I'm thinking I have to decide what is the back of the bowl. I'm thinking I'm going to make this the top of the bowl and this the underside of the bowl. So I'm going to put my faceplate right here. So I'm going to mark the center and mount my faceplate right here. So that's 4.5 inches is the center. Now it may not be perfectly round, so I'm just going to go with that. And there is my center right there. And again, I have some pan head screws, not drywall screws. Okay, that looks good. I'll get this mounted on the truck and we'll be right back. Now, I'm not a big believer in deciding before I start turning to come up with a plan as to what I'm going to be doing with the bowl. Usually I just go with the wood and see where it takes me, but this is a nice figured piece of wood. It's a preset plank. There's no inclusions or any fault lines or cracks or anything in it, so I don't have to deal with any unknowns that I know of, I guess. So I'm going to go with the profile, something like this, maybe a couple of beads on the outside edge, and then a bit of a lip, and then fairly thin to a flat base. So that's my plan to start with. Okay, so I know I have to remove a lot of material from here, with some left here for beading, ideally 2 beads. So I'm gonna true this, make this true, and true off the bottom, make my beads, and then start making this undercut right here. So that's where that's the plan. So always remember safety first. So again, this is maple, so it's not toxic. I'm going to be wearing a face shield at all times. Try to remember to always ride the bevel. Okay. Let me go back to my carbide cutter. Okay, it's a nice piece of wood. That's a nice piece of wood. I'm gonna get my beading tool now. Okay, so this is a 1/4 inch beading tool. So my intention is to get 2 beads in the top. Yep. Okay, so there's my 2 beads. Now I'm going to start undercutting to the base. As I said, I'm absolutely loving the figure in this wood. There's a little bit of tear out on some of the end grain, which is to be expected, I think. But we can take care of that. Okay, let's get the bottom finished off and then get it sanded up and turned around. Okay, when I finish a bottom, I always like to get a flat bar and put the flat bar against the bottom to make sure that it's not convex. If it's concave a little bit, I'm okay with that, because that means it's going to sit flat on the table. But if this bar was to rock backwards and forwards, then the bowl just wouldn't sit flat on a table either. So I'm pretty happy with that. Now what I have to do is mark my mortise. Okay, so I'm happy with the overall appearance of the bowl. It does need some sanding, so I'm going to take care of that, and I'll get back to you when I've got the bowl turned around. You'll be pleased to know that to reduce the tear out, I ended up coating it in a little bit of shellac and then recutting with a really sharp scraper, and it did a fantastic job. Very, very light cuts. Very, very light cuts. Did a fantastic job. So I've just re-coated it with a little bit of shellac and let it dry, and then I'm going to start sanding it. So I haven't actually sanded this at all yet. So, but I just wanted to show you, because I wasn't satisfied with the tear out that I had in this area here. That's not actually tear out, you can see now, it's just the pattern of the wood. Okay, so this is now sanded down to 600 grit, and I've applied a mix of oil and wax, and I'm pretty happy with that. The figure in this bowl is absolutely beautiful. It's very pleasing to the eye. So let's get this thing turned around and finish the inside. Okay, so again, when I turn the bowl around, what I tend to do is to place it on the truck and bring the tailstock up. That basically centers the bowl as you tighten it. I'm going to bring the tailstock up. Just to make sure it's secure. Okay, so let's check the depth on this thing. Okay, we've got a ways to go yet. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Right, what I'm going to do now is sand the inside of the bowl and get it finished. So I'm calling this one my quilted collection bowl. Looks kind of like a collection bowl at a church. So I'll post some pictures at the end, and if you like this project, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. And at this point I want to thank my 149 subscribers. Maybe you'll be the 150th. So I appreciate you guys watching and all the comments that come. It's fantastic. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Bye now.